Hello, and welcome to today's Tech Tip. I've been seeing a lot now, more and more people have been calling in with the following problem here, and we're going to address this today, is where they're executing a command or trying to open a new file, and they're seeing the dialog boxes not popping up where they should. For example, if you go in and open a new file, start up a new file, you would expect to see the pop-up box come up where it prompts you for the units and stuff like that. Same thing when you start up CheckMate from scratch. You would expect to see the pop-up boxes prompting you for units and stuff like that. And a lot of people have called in recently saying that where are they? My pop-up boxes aren't here. And these pop-up boxes are what we call the dialog boxes. And what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to explain to you how to get them back first of all. Then I'll kind of explain why this is happening. So the first thing to notice is when I went and did a file new up at the top there, you'll notice my pop-up box did not come up prompting me for the units or anything like that. What actually happened, if you look closely down in the command prompt area, it's actually prompting me down here for the name of the template and the units template instead of actually prompting me in the pop-up box for the units. And what's basically happened to fix that is we need to turn the dialog boxes back on. So there's two commands to do that, and I'm just going to hit escape to get out of this. And what we do, the first command is cmd dia, and if you type that in, cmd dia for command dialog boxes, and if you hit enter, it comes back and gives you a value. And you can see the value I've got here is 0 in brackets, and there should always be a 1 in brackets. If you see a 0 like I do, you want to enter the value of 1 and then hit enter, and that's the first command. The second command is file dia, that's file dia for file dialog boxes. So we'll enter that and then hit enter, and of course, same thing. We see the current value is set to 0. That's not good. That means that the dialog boxes are turned off. So we want to enter a value of 1 and then hit enter. Having done that, if I go back and say file new, you'll see I now get prompted for my dialog box for the units. Now the reason why that happened is because in Mechanical Desktop and CheckMate, there's a lot of macros that execute multiple commands in the background to perform a certain function. And what they do is when these macros are executed, instead of seeing all these, for these multiple commands, instead of seeing all these pop-up boxes appearing and then going away and appearing and going away to complete the macro, what they do is they shut off the dialog boxes so it looks like a nice clean command and makes a macro that with multiple commands just kind of appear like a single solid flowing command. So what they do is in these macros they'll turn off the dialog boxes, and then when the macro is finished running, they'll turn the dialog boxes back on as the last part of the macro. And what would happen is if you happen to have crashed out or got an error during this while running one of these macros, then what happens is the system gets left in the state with these dialog boxes that are turned off. So if you ever see that happen, just go in and execute those two commands and make sure that the values settings of those are set to 1, and you'll be good to go. Thank you for watching today's Tech Tip.